What's up, guys? My name is Corey McKinney. Welcome to the channel One Step at a Time. Look, if you've been keeping up with me on the podcast that I have with Luke here on this link, you'll know that I have recently become a Newcastle fan. And with that, I need to do a deep dive into the players, into the history of Newcastle United. I'm really excited. Here is Kieran Trippier. He was the player of the season voted on by Newcastle United's team, or club. And so I'm really excited to watch these highlights. This is from this season. And so I didn't get to catch a lot of this season because I got into the sport very late, but being able to see these highlights is going to kind of give me an idea of how we did so well as a club and what we are projected to do in the future, especially with some of these off-season picks that we're going to get. So I'm really excited about this. All right, let's see how Trippier plays. We're starting off like right off the rip with a penalty kick, so I'm excited about this. Let's do it. I thought it was going to show me the finish of that. He must have made it. In the rain. Dude. It's so funny too because he had the guy. So the guy that's running with him flips his head to the wrong side and loses sight of the ball, and that's a really dangerous spot to be in. You know, in American football, there's defensive backs that play on receivers, and their job is to keep their head around and make sure that they don't either lose sight of the receiver or lose sight of the ball. And you can tell, like, when a good receiver runs a route, if that DB loses the receiver or they lose the ball, it's game over. Dang, his defense is really good. That tackle, man. He's so fast. He was, I don't know how y'all are measuring this. He was at least 5 yards behind that guy, and in a blink of an eye, he caught up with him. Golly. I'm beginning to see why he was voted Player of the Year for Newcastle. Dude, right around everybody. So that I have got to look in more into that blocking formation. I'm just sitting here thinking about it, all those guys jumping up. I love his celebrations, by the way. The community that was really getting into it. It was a beautiful thing to see. But I've got to look more into those guys jumping up and stuff. I don't know what's behind that. I don't know if that's always been how that's played, but that is hilarious. It's just funny to see. Man, what a beautiful. That is bananas. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Newcastle, our home kits are hideous. And now, before you get mad at me, okay, I looked into the history. I know that they've always had that black and white stripe thing going on. I think our alternative and away kits look much better, but our home ones, man, I'm an American football fan first, and they look so much like referee outfits here in the US, and so it's really hard for me to look at it, because I'm like, man, if I wear this, nobody, in America really cares. Dang. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was an on goal. He kicks it and the opposing team heads it and it goes in. They're really highlighting this. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. I think it would have went in regardless, but that certainly did not help the opposing squad. Man, he's a lot shorter than the rest of the players. The accuracy on his kicks to his teammates from long distance is pretty ridiculous. He seems to be a great team player. You can tell these guys really, really respect him. It takes a lot to earn the respect of every teammate you have. I mean, he's loving his squad. Every goal that he assists with them, he's running up, hugging the guy like, thank you. It's going to help him at contract time for sure. Man. Oh, that's the highlight. Go ahead and cut that off. So Kieran Trippier. So this is, once again, my first time watching a highlight of a Newcastle squad or a Newcastle player, and what a great one to start off with. I know now why he was chosen as Player of the Year. It wasn't just because he is good with the media or he's a great teammate. The cat can play, and it's very exciting to know that we have this kind of talent in our club, and I'm excited to see where he goes for the rest of the season, next season, to kind of see, because we went from, my understanding is Newcastle has not been good for a while. I picked a good year to jump in because for a little while we were like hanging out in the relegation zone, and so to see us finish fourth, I think, in the league, in the Premier League, is a big deal. And to know that if we can keep that same pace, right? Like if we get some good offseason picks, we keep that same pace, guys like Trippier continue to grow and mold into these star players, these star athletes, I really think we have a shot to win the league. And that's exciting to know, because as a new fan, what better time to be a fan than when the team is really, really finally coming to a point to where they can show up and show out. And this is what's good. I can't be accused of being a bandwagon fan because I genuinely just got into the sport, genuinely picked a team, and that's exciting for me, because when I am posting about Newcastle and stuff like that, I don't have to worry about people being like, oh, you just jumped on because they started winning the league, like say they win Premier League this year. It's like, no, I joined in last year, and honestly I probably would have picked them even when we were garbage, just because of the way that the community around them supports them, and I just see the way that the team loves each other. I know there are a lot of teams out there, a lot of clubs out there that their guys are really tight and everything like that. I just watched the Erling Haaland highlight, and it looks like those guys are pretty much best friends off the field. At least that's how they play. But Newcastle, it just feels like something is special about these guys, and I'm excited because they're coming over to America here this summer to play a couple games. I won't be able to make any of them this summer, but I do know this. If they have another great year, they'll probably be invited again. And what's exciting about that is if I'm able to go, Luke's going to go with me, but we're also going to bring you guys along too. And I would love to do a video reaction of me at my first Newcastle game, because it's going to happen one day. But anyway, thank you for watching this video with me. If you will, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who the next player is that I need to react to from Newcastle. And until the next video, I'll see you then.